Welcome to Gtext Podcast. Work hard, listen harder.
Hey everybody, welcome to Gtext Podcast. Welcome to yet another amazing episode. My name is Jackie, and today I am joined by two very beautiful ladies who happen to be very young and very ambitious. So last week we did an episode on the millennial generation, how life has been, how are they maneuvering through everything that's going through life. And I figured if you've not actually listened to that, kindly download on Spotify, Apple Music, go and listen and get to enjoy. So I decided to bring these two young ladies who happen to be Gen Z. If you're here, I don't know if you can be able to tell if they're Gen Z.
Maybe it's hard to say now with Gen Zs which generation they're coming from, because either they look too old, too young, in the middle. It's hard to say.
Yeah. So just to begin, Gen Z is anyone who was born between 1997 to 2012.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I'll let them introduce themselves so that we can get to know who they are, what they do. Are they in school? We want to get to know you a little bit.
Okay, well, hi. My name is Lauren. That's with a double N, not double R. I'm raised and born here in Dubai, and currently I'm not studying, but I'm working for a media company called K9 Unit as a content creator.
Amazing.
Irina here, I'm from Ukraine and I'm not studying for now, but I am planning to continue soon, and I'm also working for K9 Unit, media company, as a sales and content creator person.
And this is the conversation we're going to be having because Gen Z has changed the entire industry.
Yes.
I cannot even put it. You guys are very ambitious, very industrious. You're not even waiting to go to school. You guys want to get to work and start.
Yes.
So before we jump into the conversation, I'm going to ask you guys a few icebreaker questions so we can get to know you guys. Yeah. So how many languages can you speak? Let me start with you.
You start me.
Okay, well, Russian, I know a bit of Ukrainian, English, and I know a bit of Egyptian Arabic.
Okay. English, because I'm speaking English right now. And Tagalog and Spanish, because Spanish is actually my first language. Because from where I come from in the Philippines, Spaniards colonized it. It's called Zamboanga City. So from there on, I speak Spanish.
Really?
Yes.
Tell us something in Spanish. Welcome to the
Hola,
show.
¿cómo estás todo? Muchas gracias con Ma'am Jackie para tener conmigo aquí na Gtext Hub.
Okay. Do you need someone to do Spanish? We have Lo. Okay. What do you do first thing in the morning when you get up? Lo.
First thing in the morning. It all depends. I think in this generation, it all depends. I think in this generation, mental health has started being more open. More Gen Z especially has become more open about this mental health that we have. So it all depends. Sometimes I wake up, I feel good, sometimes not, and you know what? It's completely fine. It's completely fine to be motivated or demotivated. But the one thing, motivated or demotivated, I have one aim, and that's to go throughout the day and to inspire more and more, and even myself to keep moving forward.
Okay.
But honestly, the first thought I have, to be honest with you, is
Going
5 more minutes to sleep. 5 more minutes. A little more of a sleep.
Okay. What do you do the first thing when you get up?
Well, I wake up and I wish that I didn't. And then I go on my phone, just go through my work, everything that I need to do, because I'm a bit paranoid. I need to double check everything that the last night was done, everything fine. Okay, then I'm good to go. Get ready, go to work. And then it keeps on going.
Keeps on going.
The cycle. Yeah.
Would you rather be funny or clever?
Both.
Both.
Why do we have to choose?
Both. Because I think it also depends on the people you are with. It always depends on the people you're with. You know? Sometimes, again, in this generation, you have to do a lot of adjustments. Whether you're funny, you're going to be judged. Whether you're clever, you're going to be judged. So I think it all depends on who you're with and to work smart with it. The right answer to that is to work smart, whether to be funny or clever.
Okay. How old are you guys? How did I even forget to...
How old do we think? How old do you think we are? Come on, I was asking.
Okay, I'm 19, but you can guess her age, yeah.
I was going to say 21, 22.
Wow. Ouch. I don't know if it's a compliment or it's a bad.
No,
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
Yes.
Would you say from the conversation we're having, would you guess these young ladies are 19? Absolutely not. I don't think I would. I would say you guys are actually even 23, 24, 25.
Oh wow.
Because when I was 19, I had nothing figured out. I didn't even think of
Working.
or making
Yes.
or even making money. Working is okay, you can work
Yeah.
for your mom or dad, but
Yes.
monetizing your passion and what you love to do. So tell us what you guys do. You said you work for a media company, and how did you guys get into it? Was it like straight when you left school and then you decided, you know what, I want to do this? Why haven't you guys gone to school yet? I mean, it is in the plan, but
Yeah.
why is it important for you guys to be doing what you're doing now?
Well, for me personally, I was going to school. I finished my grade 12, and then unfortunately I couldn't continue due to some reasons.
Yeah.
And then I took a gap year. I was working part-time here and there, small companies, some promotional jobs, nothing much.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have actually a mutual friend who was working at this company, so I went in, started with sales, and then eventually I knew that content is what I want.
Yeah.
Because I'm hoping to study media and communications, so this is the direction I'm planning to go into.
Yeah.
So I know this is my place.
Yes.
This is where I belong. So yes, that's how it is now. And I'm just a canine now.
For me, what I honestly do, what I
Mhm.
really am is I'm a musician. That's like the full-time thing. That's my passion as well. But also as a content creator, I found it as my passion because growing up, my whole time I was already with this video, this editing,
Yes.
this photography. I was already
Yes.
surrounded by that my whole life. So I think I got a good grip at it, and I easily learned it pretty easily. So then starting from now on, it also became one of my main aspects as a person, which is content creating. And the thing about content creator, most people assume it's just having fun, eating food, and coming here and just model for some things.
Yeah.
But the reality of being content creator is far beyond that. You come up with ideas, you edit the videos, you think of aspects of what works best for some certain videos. Especially if you work with a client, you won't always satisfy everyone as a content creator.
Yeah.
So one of the main things is to know each person better as a content creator.
Yeah. So how are you guys being perceived, considering you're very young?
Yeah.
Is it difficult for you guys to be approached by clients? Or, I mean, you're working for a company,
Yes.
but
Yeah.
to be taken seriously that these ladies can
Yeah.
deliver.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, there's two things that I have noticed, because since I was kind of first getting the clients,
Yes.
and then now I'm kind of creating content for these same clients that I've been getting.
Mm-hmm.
There's two aspects. Sometimes it's the age, and then sometimes being a lady. That plays a huge part.
I mean, that's
It's
goes across.
always in
Yes,
general, but
yes.
it's sometimes you're just doing your job, and then it hits you, and then you just
So
you take us
constantly-
differently,
yes,
huh?
you
It's
have
like
to,
yeah, so it's constantly, it's just a realization that you constantly get. Anyways, I've had this realization before because I have worked jobs. I have not gotten always positive reactions from all kinds of people.
Yeah.
But working permanently full time, you meet a lot of people, and you realize that you're not always the problem. And the communication and all of that, it's really a learning curve, and you need to just so it's just a lot of obstacles that come your way, but nevertheless it's fine. You find your way, you find how to deal with people as well.
Mm-hmm.
Because again, like she mentioned, it's really hard to be accepted in this society. Unfortunately, it's either you're good or bad.
Yes.
There's never in between. So yes, to answer your question, it's really we just do what we do and try to kind of.
To answer that, I just agree with her, whatever she said.
Yeah.
But yeah, being a young, ambitious woman, especially working with elders who are businessmen, businesswomen, big companies, it plays a huge part. Sometimes the disadvantage is that part, but then at the same time, it's that advantage to prove them that, just because I'm young, I'm a woman,
Mhm.
I can do it.
Mhm.
And yes.
And
so-
sorry to cut you off, especially the generation, since we are talking about that, it kind of does create a bit of a border there, because sometimes it is a bit difficult to communicate from one side to another. But nevertheless, what I have realized personally, when these two generations, because as she's mentioned, that we work with a lot of older businessmen, other
Yes.
generations,
Yes.
millennials, all of that, if two sides properly communicate their ideas,
Mhm.
share their stories,
Mhm.
we can create beautiful stories, we can create beautiful content, we can really do something magical out of it.
Yeah.
So what is important is communication.
Yeah.
At the end of the day,
Respect goes both ways,
Yeah.
and that's what matters. If you really, because of course we have a lot to learn from our elders, but I believe that it goes the other way around as well.
Yeah.
Elders have a lot to learn from us as well, because being in this new generation, we are more kind of, we have more accessibility, we've grown up with certain things that, you know,
Most
so
of
which
us,
is very helpful now. So yes.
Social media, internet,
Exactly.
technology, which brings me, are your friends, do they also have the same mindset as you guys, or are they more relaxed? You know, I mean, I'm 19, I have the whole, because I started working when I was 21, 22, which was also still, it's not normal. You start working when you're maybe 24, after you're done with college or university. So are your friends, do they have the same mindset as you guys?
Yes.
Depends.
Honestly, she's my only friend. Before working in a company, she was already my best friend beforehand. You know?
Okay.
But obviously at work, we keep our friendship aside and stay professional as is.
Yeah.
But never, aside from that, we do have friends who are also on the creative side. Like my
peers.
Yes, like my boyfriend, for instance, he's a very creative director in all of this, and he's the one who actually pushed me to try this out. He taught me a lot of things, so big thanks to him. And we do surround ourselves, like our colleagues are our friends as well. They're really creative as well, and also big shout out to them. So it goes both ways. We surround ourselves with creative people, and I think if you do that, and if that's your main goal, you're gonna keep growing and growing with them.
That's true. That's true. Okay, all right. Which I would also like to know, do you feel like your parents have contributed to the people that you are today? And this means stepping out of your comfort zone, because for you guys to decide to chase your dream and your passion at 19, and it doesn't even have to be input in terms, it means maybe financially. Also, the schools you went, the advice, everything. Do you feel like your parents have contributed?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely. I am where I am today because of my parents. They're very creative in their own ways, and I think I've got a hang of it. You know, from the inside and the outside, I've got a hang of it. And my parents, when I told them, like, I don't want to study, I don't think it's suited for me, they supported me straight away. And the thing about me is, as a musician, I'm in a band with my siblings. I'm the youngest, and this is the main thing that we do here in Dubai right now. At the same time, when I joined content, they were like, go for it. I think that's what you're good at. I can see that's what you're passionate about. So go for it. And that's exactly what I did.
Yeah. What about you?
Well, for me, it was again a bit different because I wasn't studying. So again, I'm not a person to just sit in one place. I need to do something.
Yes.
At least, you know, in some way it would bring me some advantage. Not always financial, but, you know, experience nevertheless. So my mom herself, she's a very strong, independent woman. So I learned a lot from that. Since I was young, you know, she never really kind of, how do I say this? Like, she always like kept me in one place.
Yeah, all of us.
Like, but you know, that made me realize that, yes, sure, I'm 19, maybe I could relax a bit, do something else, but why, if anyways I'm not doing anything else? So I might as well just work hard, try to succeed something. So that's kind of the mentality that she's put into me. So I definitely thank her a lot for that, because she's a very just strong, powerful woman, like individual person on her own. Yeah. So that made me learn as well to be like that. Okay. Trying to be like that. So
So how do you guys juggle everything? And when I say everything, I mean working, having fun,
me time,
some
stuff.
Oh, you're trying to find a balance.
Oh, still trying.
I'm still trying. But the thing is, I think, you know, we often, all of us sleep late. We don't, I think the reality, you don't go home, you don't cook dinner for yourself, you don't go shower and have a me time and go to sleep. I don't think it works that way. So I think to balance things out is all in between. And you know, if you have a family, you also got to balance it out. If you have something in your hobbies, you also got to balance it out. And I think there's no right answer to that. You just accept it and deal with it.
You move as you go. Okay, but I hope you guys are learning how to, because you can work too much. Work is fun, but you have to make time for mental health.
Don't lose your own self in
yes. So what are some of the challenges you guys have faced as Gen Z that you can say, I mean, what are some of the challenges in general?
Honestly, as much as we are open to more of, you know, a lot of things now. I think what the past is will always remain in the present, and it's still there till this day. Like for instance, I'm a Filipino. We it all, you know, especially our racism, it goes back and forth. All of these topics that we tend to keep aside and say, you know what, it's a new generation, it's a new year. It's all out of the picture. We're all more open-minded, but I think the truth beyond that is no. We're still facing the same issues as we did before.
Yeah.
It's just that now Gen Zs are getting more and more educated as we go, and you know, our aim is, as Gen Zs, I think, is to be more open to other nations, other religions, and all of this topics.
Okay.
So,
People in general.
just people in general, but the
Yeah,
challenge
it is
the
definitely
same.
a challenge. Yeah, because again, the generations being different, of course, it's no blame because education, all that, all these factors come together. Because yes, all of people, we are all different. We come from different countries. We come from different religions. We come from different languages, cultures, traditions. All of these.
Yeah.
But being in Dubai, growing up in Dubai, where all of these cultures are combined, you see people from all of these different countries. It's difficult, but it's really beautiful because we learn a lot from each other, and I think that's what brings us together. It is difficult again because not everyone will understand, especially being in Gen Z. Our mentality is a bit different.
Society is all about pleasing everyone.
It's true.
Yes.
It's all about pleasing.
It's all about pleasing everyone, no matter what you do.
Yeah.
And you can't always please everyone.
To the point you change yourself in order to please that someone.
Yeah.
That's how it works in this society nowadays.
Yeah. Do you guys think you might have a social media addiction? That's usually one of the challenges. I have that. I'm always on social media. I'm working on it. But do you guys think you have technology addiction?
I think, I mean, we should, because that's our job to do. That's partly our work to do. Our job is to just keep scrolling on TikTok to come up with ideas, concepts of what we can work with. And I think that's, even if you don't want to, that's what we should be doing.
Yeah.
But jokes aside, I do. You know, like what I said, what I've mentioned, the society is all about pleasing someone or something. I do the same sometimes, in all honesty. Sometimes if I upload a picture, a video, I don't do it for myself, but for the others to see, like, oh, she's alright. It's not almost about bragging. It's almost like to convince yourself that you are okay. Mentally, you're okay. Mentally, you're fine.
Yes.
Even though you're hardworking and practically burning yourself out, you know, to do your career. And if I upload pictures, it's like a reminder, you're okay. It's fine.
Yeah.
So, yes, I'm obsessed with social media, and to be honest, it could be going beyond just being obsessed with social media.
But sometimes you just take that break and you're like, you know what? I don't want to engage because I need some time.
Very toxic.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
social media is
toxic,
very toxic.
yes. I personally can't say that I'm obsessed with social media. One thing I don't.
You haven't uploaded a picture in
I
like 100 weeks.
I myself don't have the biggest social media presence.
Yes.
I am here and there. I have all the platforms for sure. I see a lot of things. However, I don't put myself out there as much, like my personal self. But when it comes to clients and all of these things, that's where my obsession begins. I wake up, like I said, first thing I check my clients because I always think, oh no, did I miss out on something? Did I do everything correctly? Because it comes back to my work. So that's the one thing that for sure I obsess over. I look over other people, I learn from them. So that's the one thing. I don't know if it's good or bad because sometimes it affects your own kind of mental state, how she's mentioned, because you know, you always think, sure, my presence isn't out there as much, but again, for a reason, because I see these other people and I think, what is the point of me even putting myself out there? What if I'm not good enough? Or all these things.
It's all a cycle.
It's all a cycle. It's like, you know, how her point is, you do it for some reassurance.
Yes.
But then sometimes you don't even want to do it because you don't know if you'll get the right reassurance.
Yeah.
So it's just, again, there is
a whole cycle.
Yes, it's a
It
whole
is a
cycle.
whole cycle.
There's no way that, you know, it's, I don't know.
It's like a food chain.
Exactly. Yeah, everyone is different.
And I feel like you and I are more alike, and I used to obsess over my clients but never on me. But remember, you also have to build your own brand image.
Yeah, for sure.
So if you do leave that company, what do you have to say for yourself? You know, so you have to start slowly by slowly. One other thing I noticed with millennials and Gen Z, I don't know so much about Gen Z, but we do have imposter syndrome where you don't want to post too much, or you're scared what people will think of you. But if you don't do it, everyone has imposter syndrome. Rihanna, all these people, they do, but they still do it. So it's just one step at a time, building our brand and getting ourselves out there. I've had such an amazing time with you, ladies.
Thank you so much for having us.
Gen Z. What advice do you guys have to anyone who is? I'm not even gonna limit it to Gen Z because you guys are inspiring. You're hardworking. I love what you guys are doing. What can you say?
The biggest mistake I've made growing up is not being as honest to myself. And I think the most important thing, if you want to be happy, you've got to be honest with yourself. And that's the main thing in your life that you have to do. Just be honest, and trust me, it's going to bring the right people to you, the right pathway to your career and everything else. Just be honest and true to yourself. That's all.
Yes.
Amazing.
And to add to that,
Yes.
don't think too much of other people think of you
Yes.
and say about you, because it's kind of connected in a way.
You're the main character
Yes.
in your life.
Yes, just
Yes, you
don't,
are.
because once you do focus on these little things,
Yes.
you will just overthink yourself and you will not get anywhere.
Yeah.
So yes, be true to yourself,
Yes.
be real with yourself,
Yeah.
and just don't care about other people's opinions.
Super. So where can people find you guys? Because these guys are amazing TikTokers. They've created beautiful content for Gtext Hub Dubai. Where can people find you if they want to get to know more about you guys?
My Instagram is Lauren River. Again, it's with a double N. double N, Lorainne River. And that's my Instagram right there.
Okay.
For me, my Instagram is Arina.Jorba, I think.
I'll make sure to leave all that information down there. So
Click on that. Arina.ZHURBA. That's my Instagram. So yes.
this was really fun.
Thank you.
Thank you so much,
for having
guys.
us.
Thank you. Thank you so much for watching or for listening wherever it is you're listening in from. See you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.
Gtext Podcast. Work hard, listen harder.